Hi, my name is Folson Fairley, and I'd like to thank you for watching my Capstone presentation. But before I get started, allow me to tell you a little bit about myself, as well as my motivation for creating this web application. I'm a United States veteran who, after serving 2 enlistments in the Marine Corps, separated and became an emergency medical technician based out of Houston, Texas. And after moving to this newly developed area, my son and I noticed an abundance of lost pet posters as well as notifications on the Reunite. This was a problem, and it was the driving idea for my web application, Spotted. My goal was to create a platform for pet owners who needed help locating their loved ones. My target audience will be those who may not have all the social media platforms everyone else has, such as Facebook, Twitter, the Ring app, so on and so forth. Now, this site is to serve as a central location for those who lost their pets, or for those who may have spotted them in the local neighborhoods. And with this in mind, I got to work creating my wireframes, which will be the foundation for my project. I didn't have a full picture in my head yet, but I knew how I would like my website to flow. Keeping in mind, I wanted the user experience to be smooth, easy, and straight to the point. I created everything from the color palettes you see down to the HTML pages, which evolved into my single page application. Over on the Spotted site, my homepage, I implemented something very important to me. I implemented a third-party application, and I chose the weather because after working in emergency settings, I've seen more often than not when people lose their pets, they run to action. This was important to me because weather can be potentially hazardous and dangerous here in Houston, Texas. This API was the first hurdle in my development. I needed to create an Axios request to get the API to work, as well as implement my own personal API key. That Axios request can be seen here in my main index.js file, where I have to make a GET request to request the information. As you can see here, I reference a .env file. Because this code would be readily available to anybody, I decided to implement security and keep all of my personal information stored separately that I reference here with a template literal. Back on the Spotted website, you can see I have numerous views. It was important for me to make this app not only usable on laptops, but usable on smaller screens as well. So I then went in and created a media query that allows you to easily view the sites, no matter the screen size. It dynamically adjusts the size of the font as well as the images to make user experience as smooth as possible. As I said before, my site has many views. I have a home page, which gives a brief introduction as well as local weather information. I have a contact page. This page handles form submission and is set up to directly contact me. This page was created with user experience in mind. So if any user comes across this page and has any tips or things that I can improve upon, they will fill out their email and their message and submit it to me, and it is all handled using FormSprint, so it'll come directly to me. On our About Us page, I have a brief mission summary as to why Spotted was created. As I mentioned before, our goal is to get loved ones home to their families. Next, I'd like to show you a part of my code that I'm particularly proud of. That would be my very own API. I created this API to hold user data. This was a major hurdle for me, and it was super important that I get it right. The form you see here on the Lost Pets page allows users to put in any information that they may seem fit. This information will be used by users who locate their pets. At the bottom, there's also a very important function. It allows people to know if your pet is approachable or if they should keep away. For this one, I'll put approach with caution. Once you hit submit, the form will load and it'll automatically load up to the next page, which, as you can see here in my index.js, is all handled through a case view of an Axios post request, as well as a router/navigator. So upon form submission, the form will not only load the user data to the Pets API that I created and tested using Insomnia, but it will also redirect users all the way back to the website, and it'll load the data here. As you can see, somebody lost their pet. He kind of rode away. The project is functional and it serves a purpose but I plan to continue to add functionality to my website. I plan to allow users to search for their pets not only by description and location, but by image as well. And thanks to Savvy Coders, I was able to do it all. I'd like to thank you again for watching my presentation, and I hope you have a great day.